What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fitment Industries Garage, and we are here today yet again with another episode of What Wheels Fit, where we go over all different types of wheel, tire, and suspension fitment for different vehicles, because you know what, there is just way too many options for wheels and tires out there, and you know, we just need some help sometimes. So we are here to help you out in your journey to find a new setup for your car. I'm Gels from Fitment Industries, and today we are going to be going over one of my favorite generations of all time of the BMW 3 Series platform. That's right, we're going to be talking about the BMW E36. Before we go ahead and get right into it, don't forget to subscribe and check out some of the other videos that we have right here on the Fitment Industries Garage channel. We're going to be uploading more and more. Sean has been killing it. He did an underglow video. It was really funny. Go check it out. And of course, once you're all done with this video and know what wheels are going to fit your BMW E36, don't forget to hit up fitmentindustries.com afterwards. Check out all the wheel, tire, suspension options that we have available. Anyway, we try to make this as simple and as straightforward as we possibly can, because picking out wheels for your car is a huge deal and definitely a part of your car that you want to get right the first time. So what we're going to do is take a look at some of the E36s that are sitting in the Fitment Industries gallery right now over at fitmentindustries.com and go over what they are running for their wheel, tire, and suspension setups. So here we go. Let's get right into it here. So the first thing that you need to know about these cars is that they are going to be running a 5x120 bolt pattern. And for the recommended fitment range, we're going to be looking at diameters from 16 to 18 inches for the diameter, 7 to 8 inches for the width, and an offset that's landing anywhere between plus 20 and plus 40. Now, this is the average range of what we see from cars uploaded to our fitment gallery and gives us a good starting point at what to look at. But as we can see, still a very wide range of sizes and offsets and all that kind of stuff to look at. And like I said, this is the general fitment range, but when have we ever followed the rules? So let's go ahead and get into our first set of cars today, which are going to be some of the E36s with a good daily driving setup. So what I mean by that is these are going to be some wheel, tire, and suspension setups that are going to be good for, well, just daily driving. They're going to be providing an aftermarket look for the car, but not going to be ruining any of the drivability of it. So you don't have to sacrifice, you know, dealing with rubbing issues or rolling fenders or anything like that. All that being said, let's get into our first car, which is going to be this 1994 with some BBS RC090s. Now, these are 17x8 with a plus 20 offset, and for tires, we're looking at some Federal 595s with a 205/40 for the size. For suspension, we're sitting on some BC Racing coilovers, so with this setup, and even with the car being pretty low, we're looking at no rubbing issues and no other modifications needed to get this look. Next up, we're looking at a similar setup with a little bit bigger of a tire. So this is a 1995, rocking another set of BBS wheels, 17x8 with a plus 20 offset again, but this time with a 235/45 BF Goodrich G-Force tire, and then sitting on some Bilstein suspension. So it's showing that you can go with that 17x8 plus 20 with a bit bigger of a tire if you would like. Last car of this first list is going to be a 1995 M3 with some Apex Arc 8 wheels. Now, if these cars aren't running some sort of OEM BBS wheel, it seems that they're running these, honestly. 17x9 with a plus 30 offset on these guys with some Nitto tires, 225/45 for the size, and then sitting on some HSD coilovers. So getting a little wider, but going less aggressive with that offset with a little bit of camber allows for that wider wheel without any fender rolling or rubbing. The next group of cars are going to start getting a little more aggressive with their fitments. Most of these cars are going to require having their fenders rolled, or if, you know, not pulled as well. First up for the list, we have a 1996 M3 with some ESR SR09, size of 18x8.5 plus 30 in the front, and an 18x9.5 plus 35 in the rear. So a staggered setup on this car, 215/35 and a 215/40 for the tire size, and then for the suspension, sitting on some Broadway static coilovers. Fenders rolled and pulled to prevent any rubbing. Next up is this 1995 325i with some OZ Racing wheels, another staggered setup, 17x8.5 plus 13 in the front, and 17x10 plus 19 in the rear. So some Nankang tires on this car, size 205/40 and a 215/40, and then sitting on some KW suspension coilovers. And then for the last car in this group, and actually the last car of the day, we got another 1995, an M3 this time, with some Carline CM2s, 17x9.5 plus 25 in the front, and 17x10 plus 20 in the rear, with a 205/40 and a 215/40 tire, sitting on some Airlift Performance air suspension. Fenders rolled so they can air out fully without hitting anything. So there you have it, some absolutely solid examples of what people are running on their E36s right now that are sitting in the Fitment Industries gallery over at fitmentindustries.com. If you have any more questions or want to see more cars and more examples, feel free to hop on over there for yourself. It's a fantastic tool for anyone looking to find out, what their next set of wheels or suspension is going to be for their car. It shows firsthand what it looks like, all the specs, if there's fender rolling needed, if they're running spacers, whatever it might be. Fantastic tool. Check it out, fitmentindustries.com. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Gels. We'll see you later. Peace.